on 95.1 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to the Morning Crossfire right here on your number one station for Talk 95.1 Nigeria Info. It's 6:17 a.m. Let's get into what the newspaper headlines are saying for today, the 17th day in the month of February 2025.
Hot and fresh off the press, these are the front pages.
Remember that these headlines is published by these media houses and have nothing to do with Nigeria Info. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Punch newspapers, the Vanguard newspapers, the Daily Trust, and the Guardian newspapers. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja, so you can go follow us on those platforms and join the conversation on there as you share your thoughts. Let's get started with the front page of the Punch. A cover story on the Punch newspapers. Telecoms tariff hike. FG deploys security agents as NLC insists on protests. I still face 4 lawsuits from Afe Babalola's firm, according to Farotimi. Naira strengthens at parallel market, weakens on official window. Why Sharia laws shouldn't be imposed on Yorubas. You'd find that story on the Punch newspapers. Why LP zoned 2027 presidential ticket to Southeast, according to Abure. Substandard patrol, Nigerians demand probe as retailers back NNPCL. LG crisis, Adeleke Oyetola trade words, Labour suspends services. Edo to petition EFCC as panel alleges 96 billion naira fraud under Obaseki. Alafin Oyo Prince asks court to sack Owade. Newborn found dead inside carton in Kano. You'd find a story on the Punch newspapers. APC sweeps Katsina poll, wins all 34 local government areas. PDP suspends South-South Zonal Secretary. President unfair in treatment of Arigbe-Shola, ex-Governors Group Chair at DCG says. Anambra 2025, you can't unseat Soludo, ABGA tells APC aspirants. And finally, on the Punch newspapers, confrontation with North may affect APC's electoral chances, and that's according to party chieftain. You'd find these and many more stories on the Punch newspapers this morning. Now let's take a look at what the front page of the Vanguard is saying. A cover story here says, inflation rates, CBN's monetary policies, others to drive stock markets. 43,923 candidates scored over 5 credits in WAEC 2024. You'd find details of that story on the Vanguard newspapers. Increased kidnapping. Transporters adopt solely method as low patronage hits interstate travels. PDP, APC bicker over party's internal crisis. FG to engage 28,000 Nigerian health workers on USAID payroll. AU, Tinubu demands combined maritime task force for Gulf of Guinea. Netanyahu vows to destroy Iran's terror axis with Trump's support. Your nephew is inviting violence in Osun, Adeleke tells Tinubu. PDP cries out over alleged plot by APC to destabilize opposition. Federalism restructuring. If Tinubu misses this opportunity, Nigeria is gone. And that's according to Adebanjo. Despite criticisms, Tinubu hails El Rufai's contributions to democracy on 65th birthday. NANS demands students' representation in NEL Fund board. A final story here on the Vanguard. Horror in our hospitals. How chronic lack of beds kill patients. These and many more headlines you'd find on the Vanguard newspapers this morning. A quick look at the Daily Trust. The top story here says FG weighs options as contract sum hits 532 billion naira. Accidental air strike wipes out family of 6 in Katsina. 2025 UTME, 90% of mock exam towns failed, according to JAMB. Troops recovered 95,000 liters of stolen crude oil. 2025 budget. How U.S. aid withdrawal triggered 300 billion naira allocation for drugs and others. Police inspector found dead in Ogun Hotel. Relief materials for IDPs hoarded in Abuja classrooms. Angry youths set Ondo police station on fire. 43,923 candidates score 5 credits in 2024 WAEC for private candidates. And finally, on the Daily Trust, clerics competing with politicians for power. That's according to Sule Lamido. These and many more headlines you'd find on the Daily Trust newspapers this morning. A quick stop at a final paper for today, The Guardian. A cover story here says Undume calls for investigation into USAID's alleged Boko Haram funding. Again, Nigeria Air Force kills 6 civilians in Northeast by mistake. PDP crisis deepens as forgery allegations cause internal rifts. We'll take a quick break for the commercials. I'll be right back with the headlines. Don't go away.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Hi, I don't finish. My money don't waka. 2 years savings.
Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info. This
The headlines on the Guardian newspapers. Just before the break, on the front page of the Guardian, I told you Ndume calls for investigation into US aids, alleged Boko Haram funding. Another story right here on the Guardian says, again, Nigeria Air Force kills 6 civilians in Northeast by mistake. PDP crisis deepens as forgery allegations cause internal rifts. How hoarded relief material was uncovered in Abuja IDP camp. Rivers raises stake in effective primary healthcare services. And a final story right here on The Guardian. Open defecation, how bureaucracy, structural inefficiency stall eradication target. These and many more headlines you'd find on The Guardian. But time to get to your reactions. The numbers to call are 0700951 0000, 0809 597 4869. On WhatsApp, it's 080 999 30137. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. So when you do call, when you want to send a message, you can do that on Facebook and on YouTube as well, and we'll take them as they come. Good morning.
Good morning, Gabriella.
Good morning. You're welcome.
This is Prophet Michael Uchemoke.
Welcome, Prophet. Go ahead.
Probe on Boko Haram funding. We all know how it started. It all started when they pushed Jonathan. When they pushed Jonathan to accept immorality in Nigeria. What do I mean by that? I said man sleeping with man, woman sleeping with woman. Jonathan refused. Now, all this came from US, from a particular president that was ruling America at that time. When he refused, the APC that is in power today started ganging up against Jonathan, started forging things against Jonathan, started using all sorts of means to frustrate Jonathan. Finally, they pushed Jonathan out. And this is as a result of what we are witnessing in Nigeria today. Has it stopped? It has not stopped. It's still ongoing. Who is going to save Nigeria from this situation? They have taken over Nigeria. How would people take them out from Nigeria? They cannot, because they are everywhere.
All right.
They continue to come through our borders. They cannot be solved.
All right. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome. What's your name?
Yeah, Charles speaking.
Go ahead.
Like what the last caller said, the role Obama played in 2015 because of gay rights and all that. The package Buhari, he was a repentant Democrat, said all sorts of things. We kept quiet. People campaigned he was a messiah. The guy came. In fact, what he did to Nigeria was like taking Nigeria back 50 years ago. In fact, what he spoiled in this 8 years will take Nigeria 100 years to go back with all manner of blackmail and against Jonathan. If you're media, you will find out what is going on with USAID, all sorts of damning reports. They were used for terrorism and so many things going on. And yet, the region that is concerned do not even bother about it. Their only concern is IPOB and Mazen Nandekalo. That is their only concern. They do not want to know what is happening in our region. Why is this no? Their own is continue to manipulate the Salakawas to use them against their political gain and all that. But we are watching them. You see these NGOs, foreign NGOs, 99% of them are aiding terrorism. In Nigeria, they are not helping anybody. They will have access to this terrorism, go treat them in the hospital and in the bush, do all sorts of things, and they will tell the government. The other chief of army staff came out on national television and he was saying it. But instead of the country to sit down, how do you stop this? Call all the tribes and say, how do you think it's the only place to have? No. If you speak the truth, the government of Nigeria will go after you. Look at Shore, look at Mazin, and once you speak many of the state.
All right.
We are watching them since they prefer the life. Let them continue. Let's see where it will end.
All right, Charles, thank you for sharing your thoughts. Good morning.
Good morning once again, Gabriella.
Good morning, you're welcome.
Yes, I remember Mustafa Bakar Ali Kedan Ali Babang Ali. I'm calling from Pirubuku.
Welcome.
I think it's very important. It's very important we get some facts straight. Boko Haram did not start during Goodluck Jonathan. Boko Haram indeed started during Obasanjo, become worsened during Yaradua. In fact, I recall their leader was killed where Yaradua was president and still healthy in 2009, and it became worse under Goodluck. Now it is obvious that it was none of their fault. And that is, it portrays what we were saying on Friday about this corruption. These guys they want to corrupt us. We refuse to be corrupt. They now brought insecurity into our country. So now just oppose it across all the African countries. It means if there is a thorough investigation, you will realize that even what is happening in the Congo, it is these same guys that are calling us corrupt in Africa that are sponsoring it in Congo. They are the same people that are sponsoring it in the Sahelian region. They are the same people sponsoring it in Sudan. But they came here, stole our artifacts. Some are still being recovered, repatriated back to like the ones repatriated back to Edo and other part of the country. But they will tell you are corrupt and you accept it, hook, line, and sinker. Come on.
All right.
For how long will this continue? So sad. I'm sad. Thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts as well. Let's take some comments on Facebook. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. You can watch us live on there and drop your comments real time and we'll take them as they come. On Facebook, Oki Ibrahim says, good morning, Gabriella. The alarm raised by Ademola Adeleke, the present governor of Osun State, should not be taken for granted by well-meaning Nigerians and lovers of democracy. The former governor Boyega is really planning to destabilize the peace and stability of Osun State. Oki Ibrahim sent this in from Buari. Chukwugozie Ono still on Facebook says, good morning, Nigeria in for family. Mr. Chukwugozie watching from Uburu, Ebonyi State. He says, we'll surely survive in this country by God's grace. God help Nigeria and Nigerians. Obunike Paul says, one group is being reckless on NLC and the federal government, while the other is indecisive. Prices are skyrocketing at an alarming rate, yet the implementation of a new minimum wage is dragging on at a snail's pace. This one here is from Dr. Mrs. Uma Olibara from Owerri, who says, how can we be misled by Binance on 150 million naira bribery claim? He can't be insisting when he is not sure of what he's saying. We know what you people are capable of doing. Corruption has eaten into the fabrics of most Nigerians. It is flourishing here because we don't abide by rule of law and fear of God. We're not fighting any corruption in Nigeria. It is mere lipstick and decorative language. Until stiffer penalties are introduced, we will not make any headway, is what Dr. Mrs. Umar Libera says from Owerri. Gabriel Adekboju says, good morning, happy Monday, watching live here in Abuja. Please, Central Bank, what happened to Keystone Bank since Friday? The money sent to me up until now has not been returned. All right. Good morning to you, Aleke Modestas Ikechuku, watching live from Lagos. And Zawara Aminu Izom, watching live from Kwali Lambata in Abuja. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us live on Facebook. On YouTube, Hafsat Mwazi, good morning. And good morning to you as well, Zakarayu Abdullahi, watching live from Imo State. Thank you so much. Let's get to your comments now on WhatsApp. Remember, if you're sending a voice note, be sure to keep it to 1 minute long, and I'll take them as they come. Oludade Abiodun on WhatsApp says, good morning once again. Surely Sharia law is not welcome in Yoruba land because Yoruba land is a plural society, and for people who do not practice any religion, they should not be under any Sharia as well. On PDP, they are only shouting. They are the problem of themselves. They got it wrong when they decided to jettison the zoning agreement, Oludade Abiodun says. This one here says, in Nigeria's developing economy, the MPR alone cannot control inflation. Despite previous hikes, inflation keeps rising, increasing borrowing costs, slowing growth, and tightening liquidity. Meanwhile, Oyetola, ineffective as ex-governor, now exploits his ministerial role under the presidency to seize Osun State. However, Osun people remain vigilant and will mobilize across all LGAs to protect their choice. Wale Fatunla sent that in. Let's quickly listen to this voice note.
Good morning, Auntie Gabriella. My name is Mwazu John Lasisi from Jigo, Buhari, Abuja. FG deployed security agents across the nation just against the planned protest of NLC against the tariff hike. I don't know which one government is even in support of. Is it the hike in price or what? The masses are tired of increase here, increase there, and the income is not going up. Prices in the market are going higher, and the masses want to come out to pour out their anger so that these people that are making the masses can stop further. You are deploying security agents. The security agents have much more on their hands than this. Government should be focused. God will help us.
All right, Mazu, John Lasisi, thank you so much for sending that. And this one here is from Selassie. Let's quickly listen to this.
Good morning, Engine Gabriella. My name is Salasi, sending this voice note from Garki. I want to talk about this air strike in Katsina again. They mistakenly wiped out the family of Sis. This thing has been reoccurring. We are urging our security men to do the needful when it comes to this insecurity. To be sincere, why will this keep recurring in Kaduna, in Sokoto, in Zamfara, and other places? And it keep happening every day. So we are urging them to do the needful. They should have their intelligence, they have surveillance of airstrike before striking any other part of the country. We don't want this thing to be happening. In the course of fighting terrorism, innocent people getting lost just like that? No, something needs to be done. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Salasi, for sharing that with us. Let's take some more messages on WhatsApp when we get back to the phone lines. Yakubu from Gwagwalada says, good morning, Nigerians. The area council chairman is destroying education in the FCT by not paying the primary school teachers, leading to continuous strike. The government should do something before it is too late, is what Yakubu says. And this is from Mr. Adeshagun Onabanjo from Suleja, who says, good morning, Angel Gabriella. How can open defecation stop when you have uncountable children roaming around? You need to see what they eat and how they live. May God help us, is what he says. And Wams from Gwarimpa says, PDP is not a serious party anymore. Individuals proving that they are stronger than that party. Nigeria's theories are just too hilarious and mind-boggling. How has the US aid funding helped or shaped Nigeria in all sectors? Wams from Guarimpa is asking. And this here says, good morning, Gabriella. The youth that burns the police station should be condemned and even prosecuted. This will serve as deterrent to others and let them know the police stations and other government infrastructure should not be vandalized. Also, kidnapping on major roads in Nigeria is on the increase. The government and all stakeholders should urgently rise to the occasion. The security of lives of people in Nigeria should be given top priority. Jimmy Odeni sent that in from Airport Road. And Chimeze Nwafo in Gabriella says, on Anambra, please leave Soludo alone. Reserve your money for other things. Anambra doesn't vote for money. On Adeleke, Tinubu must check his relations and friends. Let there not be another Esele of Anambra in their state. Air Force killing. I do not believe it was a mistake. The Air Force officers should be scrutinized. I suspect foul play there. Chimeze Nwafo shared that with us. All right, let's get back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Angel. Good.
Good morning. You're welcome.
My name is Felix Fortune. I'm calling from Matama.
Welcome. Go ahead.
I see here where people are talking about the American issue and they are bringing America into Nigerian issue. The two cannot be compared together. Now the Kano issue is very certain. There is not how Felix Fortune will jump there. Anyway you see me, you bring me back to come and face the issue. The issue they are talking about how Goodluck Jonathan, and we forgotten to mention Atiku. Every of us know the truth. It's only that we always run up from the truth because of we take time. If Atiku did not lead 5 governors out, it is not empowered Sariki to remove 27 senators. It was not with the Milay all work against PDP. It was PDP that worked against itself. And people are now speaking and mentioning American president. Let other country people alone. Let them solve their problem. Solve their own problem. This sentiment. These same people that are talking here, tomorrow now they will stand at Atiku back. They will stand at Atiku back. The same Atiku that frustrated PDP. He let 5 governors out, and we get 5 governors out. Instead of we clarifying what it has, not what Bible says, whatever measure to others, so also the measure to you. To be reality, they are now criticizing him because he did not support to be or Atiku. You cannot, the truth must be truth, no matter how you look at it. Now nobody is talking about Atiku. These same people that are talking here, when Atiku come out now, they will stand for him back. They will not remember that it is Atiku that made PDP, that brought APC to power. Assuming that they decided to give him ticket in APC, will still be there. And nobody is talking about him. If we know your problem and you don't say truth about that problem, you will remain stagnant. I see some people are frustrated, not having anything, or they do business, the business is not flourishing. Politics. You don't know that Atiku will make APC come to power.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Let's move on to other callers. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sis. How are you?
Good morning. You're welcome.
My name is Mr. Shomaker.
Go ahead.
El-Rufai at 56. Despite criticism, Mr. President sends his love to El-Rufai. I don't want to repeat what I always do, but I will just summarize by saying that El-Rufai is one individual that should not be too far from the kitchen. I leave that. We talked about inflation, labor planning to go on strike, and everything about the economy. See, apart from the hike in tariffs, the network is bad. I don't know if it's in Buhari or the area I live. From Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's bad to do. It's so weak to do transactions sometimes.
On what network?
MTN.
Okay.
Almost the 3 major networks. So please, they should improve their service. I'm not one of those people that will say they should not increase tariff because truly subsidy is gone. Now, Nigerians, pure water. When they increase the price of pure water to 500 naira, I know they drink pure water. For the past 1 year plus, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know how pure water. Even if you tell me, I will not buy. I know where I used to get water. But I went to Cuba. I learned 1 sachet of pure water is 15 naira, 300 naira. In some area in Abuja, they sell pure water 100 naira, 1. If I'm exaggerating,
1 sachet?
1 sachet of pure water is 100 naira in some area. I'm not joking. In Buhari, 300. If you want to buy 1, you buy 50 naira. They will not reduce money for you. But do you want to blame them? They also buy recharge cards. They also use electricity. They buy fuel. They pay workers. If they don't increase the price, how will they break even? Talk more of making profit. Remember that if you don't drink water, a lot of water, you will have issues. If you don't drink clean water, you will have either typhoid fever or you will have diarrhea and other sickness that will have to do with taking water, not taking enough water and taking dirty water. Now, do you know that you go to some family, parents will be quarreling with you that you drink a lot of water? Why? Because of the price. Water and our life, according to Fela, it's not something it's not like all these tariffs that you can say you can do without. Please, what do you want me to tell the government? Me, I devise means for myself. Because I live close to Usman Dam, I go there, fetch my water and bring home. Now, people that are living in Gabriella, you tell them to come to Usman Dam. It's not like some houses you don't have pipe of water that comes from government. So the pump don't rust, you don't say no service. That's why we go direct to get from the source. I saw people now taking water from front of mosque to drink so that I will not doctor the story. Or other people that cannot buy one water for 50 rand, they will go take. This water is mostly for ablution. If you are drinking the water, please take care of the randa so that you drink clean water.
All right.
But it's a major issue that we need to look into. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you as well for sharing that with us. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning, you're welcome.
Yeah, good morning to the listeners and the callers as well. On the issue of sponsoring Boko Haram, you see, I tell you, most Nigerians are enlightened about how that thing started. But tackling the problem becomes an issue because some people are so beneficial in that very terrain. What by saying that? The mineral resources are inbound in those localities. That is what the so-called sponsors from abroad are targeting. See, there are some places in Connaught that if you see foreigners there, you'll be surprised at how they did get here. And they have been protected by the security personnel. So they are the one. Even the previous government have been saying it, but thank God the thing came from an American parliamentarian that said they are the one sponsoring that thing there, just to extract our mineral resources and keep attention of many Nigerians off that very terrain. So of what benefit? Some Nigerians will sold their conscience and sold their citizens away because they want to be making money. This money then go carry and go heaven.
All right.
No matter what they acquired, they are going to leave it here on earth and give account of what they did to their creator. So my take is, hence it has come out now, Indimi is calling for proof. They should prove them. In fact, they should leave that very place. Hence, the Americans now are telling Nigerians to go back. Even though they have their papers, so they should leave those very places. Those IDP, they should live there. They should live there. They should leave us with our problem. We know how to solve them. How are they getting the weapons they are doing? At least there's a chopper one time that Nigerians saw that is bringing bullet for them, bringing ammunition for them. But Nigerians are quick to forget some certain things that happen because we have so many issues at hand.
All right.
When this one comes, we'll forget. So my take is, Nigerians should do the needful. This government should focus on that very place, make sure that any donor, any foreign whatever helping, they should live there. We didn't even need their help.
All right.
We can tackle ourselves. Yes, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you as well for sharing. Let's take a few more messages on WhatsApp. We've got just a few minutes left on the clock for the newspaper review. A few messages here. This says Tinubu has no news for Nigerians except the issue of the masses making unnecessary foreign trips. Fitzgerald from Airport Road shared that. Opulent from Buhari says, good morning and happy start of the new week. Everything about our country is confusing. Every day we wake up to hear bad news. It's angry youths set police station on fire. It's high time for the government in both local and states to find solution to hunger and poverty to avoid creating anger, which eventually pushes so many people into crime. God help us, is what Opulent in Buari says. And this here says, of a truth, all these NGOs and likes have not been helping matters. Hence, this insurgency in the country is a big concern. To stop this, a more proactive and decisive leader is required. Moses from Suleja shared that with us. Bello Tolu from Duse says, good morning, Gabriella. The tariff hike is too much. Before now, we recharge our prepaid meter with 6,000 naira for a month. Now the same amount only lasts for 3 days, is what Bello says from Duse. And let's quickly take a listen to this voice note.
Good morning, Nigeria Info. My name is Fee Money from Port Harcourt, where I concur with what the last caller said. For the past how many days now, you can't access your network. All these network providers, I don't know whether they are collaborating with, allegedly, with this federal government, because nothing is working on networking. In fact, I'm talking about this major three networking: Glo, MTN, Airtel. If I'm saying what is not there, at least somebody should correct me. I am stand to be corrected. So I don't know what is just happening in this country.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing that. A final comment on YouTube is from Celestine OKZ, who says sachet water is 50 naira and 100 naira for 3, depending on the area. There is God, is what he says. Steve Digit, thank you for watching us all the way from China on YouTube. That's what we're going to wrap it up on the newspaper review for today. We'll take a quick break for the commercials. And when we return, we'll get right into the lead for today. Don't go away.
This is Morning Crossfire. Wake up to us. Go to bed with us. All day and through the night. On your Let's Talk station, 95.1 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Let's talk.